Next rep, I'm very proud to introduce one because she is my representative. I was very supportive of getting rid of her opponent in the primaries, which was Ralph Sheffield, who, if he was here today, would be voting against your right to carry without a license. Representative Molly White has lived in Belton for over 40 years, and she doesn't look a day over 25. Oh, I'm sorry, it says you've been married for 25 years. To Ronald White, who's worked in the paving and grading business for 30 years. Molly White is a true patriot, a Tea Party Republican, conservative, and she is also going to fight on our behalf and vote for HB 195. So I want to introduce Molly White.
Good morning. I'm so glad to see y'all here on this beautiful, bright day in Texas. And believe me, after this session, it's truly going to be a bright day in Texas when we pass constitutional carry. I have been shooting firearms since I was 9 years old. The first time I ever shot a handgun was my dad's Vietnam Colt 45 out on my uncle's deer lease. And let me tell you, as a 9-year-old shooting that thing, it like it took my arm off. But at that moment, the first time I shot it, I was captivated by handguns. And I'm sorry, the wind is blowing my hair in my face. But I realized at that young age that I was good at aiming. And so all my life, I've enjoyed using handguns, shotguns, and rifles. And I'm very good at it because I enjoy aiming. I'm very good at aiming. And you can ask any of my pool playing opponents how good at aim I am. But it's something that I'm very passionate about. And that's why I'm going to support Jonathan Stickland's constitutional carry. And I'm very honored that he's going to allow me to be a joint author on that. I have my concealed handgun license. I enjoy the right to bear arms, to hunt, to defend myself and my family. Remember, this is a right that we do not have to ask permission for. Do we have to get permission to practice our faith? No. Do we have to get permission to speak? No. Then why do we have to get permission to bear arms? The Founding Fathers recognized that this right to bear arms was essential to our freedom. Patrick Henry said, "Where and when did freedom exist when the power of the sword and purse were given up from the people?" Noah Webster wrote, "Before a standing army can rule, the people must be disarmed, as they are in almost every kingdom of Europe. The supreme power in America cannot enforce unjust laws by the sword because the whole body of the people are armed and constitute a force superior to any bands of regular troops that can be, or any pretense raised in the United States. I am known by many as a pro-life warrior. I often say that the right to life is the foundation for all other rights. Without life, you cannot exercise your right to assemble, to speak, or to worship. But the second most important right is the right to bear arms. Without the right to protect your life, all your freedom can be removed in just one violent action. That is why one of my top priorities this session is to work on passing the open carry legislation. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, I'm really excited about our next guest. I met him, I don't even remember when I met you, Howard, but we had him up to our Red River event last year. Open Carry Texas and all the other groups went up to the Red River to stand up for our farmers and our landowners up there against the BLM land grabs, and really encourage the people to keep and bear arms, to make sure that the people who our guns were designed to keep in check understood that we intend to keep them in check. I want to introduce our next